Hello all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got September 2025 money and career reading here for you. So batten down the hatches and buckle up. We are in September in eclipse season. We start out with a lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces at 15 degrees. 15 degrees actually does relate back to Gemini energy. And Uranus will be retrograde in the sign of Gemini just a couple of days before this eclipse. So this can kind of have you going a little bit back and forth on something, revisiting something, rethinking something here. And of course, really encourages you to pay attention to details, but it can also be about setting you free. It is a lunar eclipse, so it's a full moon in the sign of Pisces. Look back 6 months ago. What were you starting on in your career? What changes were going on around you? Did you have new employees? Did you have a new project? Were there new investment opportunities that you had? Was something going on with your money? Did you have your sights set on something better or improved or something brand new? This can be where things can come to fruition for you. But this can also represent the end of a cycle, the end of a chapter. And in this energy, you could certainly be encouraged to close a door. Shut that door, don't look back. All right. And whether it's a resolution on something, maybe something does get resolved, or whether you're just really ready to leave something behind you because we're looking for something new. And of course, we've got a solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo on the 21st. It's the second new moon in the sign of Virgo. And like I said, solar eclipse for this one. So this quite often does bring about some new beginnings or the potential for new beginnings here. And it can be a little bit out of the blue with this energy. But the moon will be in Virgo, and then about 2 hours later, the moon goes into Libra. So it's like we're making peace with something, or we're restoring balance and harmony somewhere. If you've been having money issues with a partner or with someone at work, your relationship to money. Also, right, Libra is the sign of relationships. So this energy kind of does spill over with this Libran influence to it. Interestingly enough, this is on the 21st of September, also the International Day of Peace. And Mars, the warrior planet, is in the sign of Libra at this time. So if things have been heated, if you've been kind of in a battle with somebody, it could be money struggles, it could be, maybe battling with someone at work, this can be where a peaceful resolution is found. You come to an agreement of some kind. Even legal matters can potentially get resolved at this time as well. But the solar eclipse does initiate a new cycle for us, minimum the next 6 months, right? Sometimes things happen a little bit quicker, but it could last up to a couple of years sometimes with eclipses when we feel the after effects, but very in the short term, within the month. And in the slightly longer term, usually within 6 months is where a lot of things really do fall into place. And of course, the next day we've got Libra season. So it's really good for partnerships, for finding that balance, taking care of your money matters. And of course, Libra energy does represent legalities and the law. So if you've been in any kind of legal battles, then this can be where something again gets resolved, but also contracts as well. And it's new moon energy. So this could be new jobs, new purchases, getting a mortgage for that house in a better neighborhood, that kind of thing. Anything happens with eclipses. We can eclipse things into our life, and we can also eclipse things out of our lives as well. You may also find yourself needing to be a little bit of a conscious observer, because sometimes the eclipse happenings are about other people, right? And, they affect us on a certain level, but not like directly. So it's like indirect. So just be a little bit aware that there could be a lot of things that are happening in the month of September. Some might be in your control, some might not so be in your control. But let's see what we've got for you. And we've got the gates of triumph. Beautiful. We've got some wonderful doors opening. Success expands in your life. So you could have something that is manifesting for you. You could have something that you have a sense of accomplishment with. And so this is really awesome. Also, a door opening up for you here as well. So if you are looking for new opportunities with your money, your career path, maybe you're even decided that you're done with a certain career, like a field, and you're looking to do something very different than what you have been. It could be following your heart. It could be something creative. It could be something that gives you more fulfillment and satisfaction. Whatever it is, there's this beautiful, beautiful door of success and triumphant energy opening up for you. We have wandering path. Enjoy the journey. So, for some of you here, maybe you've been feeling like you've taken a number of divine detours. Okay, or there could be a couple of divine detours opening up for you here as well. Sometimes the path less traveled or the long way around is actually more fulfilling of a journey. It'll take longer to sometimes get to where we want to be, but we have experiences along the way that we wouldn't have normally had if, something had come quick and easy to us. So this is really encouraging you that whatever journey you're on, to, take a moment and smell the roses, appreciate who you are, appreciate where you've been, and, appreciate certainly where you're going as well. And, sometimes, sometimes that wandering path, right? It's like, it might bring you back to places that you've already been. And it can also lead you to something a little bit unexpected. Now, I will say that Saturn, of course, has been hanging out with Neptune in your sign for the last little while, and it's retrograde at the moment. And in September, on September 1st to be exact, Saturn will retrograde back into the sign of Pisces. Very dreamy, right? So we got lunar eclipse in Pisces, also coupled with that Saturn retrograde in Pisces as well. So you may feel like you've been somewhere before, or you may have an opportunity to relive something or to revive something here in your pathway. So it can feel a little bit like a setback when Saturn is retrograde, right? But it can also bring us second chances. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. We've got the Four of Swords, nice and peaceful, nice calm energy. That's a good thing. We've got the Queen of Wands, wonderfully exciting and abundant energy, and the Two of Pentacles. So, the Two of Pentacles can certainly represent choices, options, weighing up your options, especially with your money, your career. We've got Pentacles there, right? And what path do you want to follow? What direction do you want to go in? Where do you want to put your money? How much risk are you willing to take there? So you're really taking taking a moment there. You're not acting impulsively. And with that Four of Swords coming out here, you're actually really calm about things. And, sometimes that's really the energy that we need to embrace, some calm energy so that we can sit quietly and we can assess the opportunities or assess the situation in front of us and then figure out what to do. The Queen of Wands is actually really quite decisive, but ultimately very positive. The Queen of Wands is where we act independently, or we are trusting our own judgment. And so this can certainly be your energy. The queens are open and receptive. They're flexible. The Queen of Wands is typically very creative, feeling inspired, right? Fire sign, right? It's fiery energy. So you're used to that. And so it's like, first we calmly assess something and then we take some action. And this can be following your heart, following whatever inspires you. It can be making change, or it can just be trusting yourself to make the right decision. And you're not leaning on anyone necessarily, even if you do talk to somebody about whatever decisions that you need to make. Ultimately, that choice is yours. And the Queen of Wands is very comfortable and very confident in the ability to, I can make my own choices. I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do. I might need to ask a question. I might need to get some further details, and so I can get a complete understanding. But then I'm comfortable making my own decisions, right? So you're trusting yourself in this energy. For some of you here, there could be, again, this, this energy of which path should I take? Which direction do I want to go? But again, with that Four of Swords, you are, perhaps going internal for some guidance. It is a card of meditation. It's also one of being at peace and feeling safe, right? Feeling safe, calm, and at ease. And so you could certainly be going internal there. And what is my intuition telling me? What feels right? But you could certainly be making some important decisions with your finances in your month ahead. Some of you, perhaps you are, because the Queen of Wands does tend to be quite adventurous, and we do have a wandering path, right? So perhaps some of you here with the Four of Swords, it can be an energy of rest and relaxation. So some of you are trying to figure out, where do I want to go on vacation? How much money do I have? When do I want to go, right? Do I want to wait? We're in September, so perhaps you want to wait until, middle of the month when all the little kidlets are back in school. Maybe prices get a little bit cheaper and things are a little bit less crowded, right? And that would be more of a peaceful and restful vacation for you. So you could really be spending some of your money for your benefit, right? We all need a vacation every once in a while. It doesn't have to be extravagant to give us a rest. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here for you. Loving that. Temperance. Beautiful card right in the middle of your reading, and the Tower. So this is why you're surrounded by peaceful energy, because you do have the Tower coming in now. Not entirely surprised with the Tower. We are in eclipse season. Sudden unexpected events can happen all over the place, all right? So, sometimes that Two of Pentacles, right? We've got a lot on the go. There's an energy of imbalance somewhere, okay? And so it's going to be important to find balance internally and externally. And, again, because we are coming up into Libra season as well on the 22nd, it's like, if something is not in alignment, if something is not balanced and fair, Two of Pentacles shows that there may be something that isn't. Might be in your workplace. It could be a lopsided financial thing with someone that you live with, or someone that you're in a relationship with, right? And so Temperance is here, and Libra season that we usher in is coming in to help restore balance and harmony within your money or within your workload as well. Because that Two of Pentacles may show that you might be carrying a little bit of a bigger burden than you should be. You could be a very helpful person around the office. Maybe you're known as the little go-getter, right? Do you finish everything you start, though, Aries? Maybe not always, right? But you certainly know how to get things started and get the ball rolling, right? But are you the only one? Maybe you're the only one that takes action on certain things, and this can be a source of frustration sometimes, right? So the Tower can come in here to help clear the air. The Tower can come in here to help, close a chapter, close a door. Thank you, lunar eclipse, right? For us to stop doing something. Stop doing something that causes imbalance. Stop doing something that is prohibiting us from, experiencing more growth and happiness and joy, right? When things are out of alignment, often people overcompensate somewhere else, okay? Or you just don't feel good, right? You feel tired and drained, or you feel taken advantage of, okay? So this can certainly be a time when you are restoring the peace, where you're finding a little more balance and harmony and healing a situation. Temperance card is here for you, okay? This can also represent the calm before the storm. Okay, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Great, you could have some really good luck, but there's something here that's like a little bit faded. And that's certainly part of the planetary aspects that we have in the skies. The Wheel of Fortune can bring you surprises. It is in the upright, though, so So this can certainly be an upcycle for you, a time of growth, a time of expansion, and happy little surprises and positive dealing. So it's important to stay positive. But the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of destiny, the wheel of fate. There could certainly be something going on that is out of your control. It's out of your hands. So the Wheel of Fortune does remind us of the ebb and the flow of life. To roll with it. Don't resist things. And it is very, very, very important piece of advice, especially when we're dealing with eclipses. The more you resist, the more difficult things are. Okay, so that Wheel of Fortune is encouraging us to go with the flow, roll with the punches, and keep our options open, right? This up here, you could be keeping your options open, right? Just keep your eye on things, be that observer, okay, and get ready for some action if and when you do need to take it. But there could certainly be some really good blessings coming your way there with that Wheel of Fortune. But we do have the Temperance card right beside the Tower, interestingly enough, because they are not quite in succession with each other, but the Tower does come after Temperance. So it's like the calming energy, and then we've got some stormy energy. So protecting your energy and your space and your time will be important, as we do go through these eclipses. But the Tower can bring sudden and unexpected change, sudden unexpected twist of fate, turn of events. Okay, and the Tower can certainly bring something here that you just weren't quite expecting. Now, sometimes if we're feeling stuck, if we're feeling like we're not making any progress, the Tower comes in here as a little bit of a cosmic nudge that you may need, because the Tower makes you uncomfortable for a reason, right? It's to get you out of your comfort zone, or get you moving, or helping you to let go of things that just don't work. It also comes in with this Tower energy. It can be an epiphany, it can be information, it can be a shock. It can be shocking news, okay? Something like that. It can be a little bit of a calamity. And again, it might not necessarily be you directly. It could be things going on around you. And Temperance right in the middle of your reading here is like, I'm calm, I'm good, I can deal with it. Okay, again, go with the flow. So, but the Tower does help you to cleanse and purge, whatever it happens to be, right? To make room for something new. To make room for something better, to make room for different people, different thought processes, different opportunities, right? And so we're releasing what is stuck or what is holding us back, whether it's internally or externally here, okay? But you could get some really surprising news at this time. So, kind of, again, keep your wits about you, keep your thoughts about you. But Temperance does come in to help you to find your balance, internally and externally, bring some healing energy and also some protection, right? The Temperance card is very much a guardian angel card, right? So no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens, you are guided and protected at all times. But Temperance card is also Sagittarian energy, and the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. So there could certainly be some potentially positive things going on with Jupiter for you guys. And we do have some very positive connections with Jupiter in September, so right around the eclipse. So this is really, it can be really positive for you. So again, go with the flow and don't resist, okay? We've got the Queen of Swords, really good for communication, for making decisions, also setting boundaries. We've got the Knight of Swords, okay? It can be some news or information coming in. And we've got the Five of Swords here as well, okay? So I'm just going to pull one extra card with that Five of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there could certainly be a lot of chatter. There could certainly be, some decisions that need to be made, but we're taking action on them, right? The Knight of Swords often either brings us some information, brings us news, brings us messages. Think of like the Pony Express, very quick energy, all right? But it can also be us making a decision and taking swift bold action on whatever it is we've decided. So again, if you've been feeling like you've been stuck, things may shake loose for you this month. All right. The Queen of Swords, there could certainly be some sort of conflict brewing for you, right? Air sign energy, very quick. Okay. Queen of Swords, very good for, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. Both queens can be somebody that you're dealing with, friends, business partners, co-workers, that kind of thing. But they are both in the upright, so they're helpful. Okay. But the Queen of Swords is really good for logical thinking, for making important decisions, and for really communicating very clearly. There's no room for misunderstandings with that Queen of Swords. So whether this is you communicating, resolving issues, or whether you're making decisions, okay, it's good ones there, and it's a positive energy. Queen of Swords also, boundaries. So again, right in a little diagonal there with that Two of Pentacles. If there is somebody not pulling their weight, or someone taking advantage of you, whether it's financially or whether it's, through your workplace, right? Oh, don't worry, Aries will pick it up, right? Or they want you to, always be the front runner of things, and they sit back and just watch you, do the hard work, and usually getting something off the ground or taking initiative is the hard work, right? The Queen of Swords is an incredibly helpful energy for you to either set boundaries, speak your mind, okay, or to reestablish and enforce boundaries. And what happens when you do that? Conflict, okay? The Five of Swords can certainly represent a little bit of communication issues. It can represent conflict, but we could also be, with Temperance card right in the middle, we could potentially be clearing the air on something here, but someone not happy about it with that Five of Swords, right? Five of Swords can actually be a victory, right? Yes, I won the argument. Yes, I got my way, right? But someone also is defeated at the same time, right? Or someone's not happy with the chain of events and how a conversation went, right? And so if you are putting someone back in their place, or you are saying no, okay, you restore the balance and harmony for yourself, but it annoys someone else to no end. All right. The other card that I get with that is the Ace of Swords. Okay. So maybe you're finding new ways to communicate. The Ace of Swords is a big yes. Okay. Big yes card. Could be getting some good news. The Five of Swords can sometimes come out when you get what you want, but again, someone else is defeated, like defeated in battle kind of thing. And so if you're going for like a promotion, a raise, a new job, something like that, know that, you could certainly be the one that gets the big yes, Ace of Swords. Okay. But someone else, gets their no. So if you are perhaps going for a new job or promotion, something like that in your workplace, and someone else is competing for the same job, just be a little bit aware of the words you speak. Okay. You might want to like jump for joy and, and kind of brag about it a little bit. Who wouldn't, right? But you just might need to be aware of someone else's feelings, because, they feel the sting. All right. But with this Ace of Swords, communication goes your way. If you've got a big idea, something like that, this is where you can put some things in motion. Clarity comes in here. So if you've been confused about something or not sure what to choose, okay, the Ace of Swords can certainly be that helpful energy to help you see things clearly. It is an ace, so it can represent new beginnings, a new way of doing something, or just infusing fresh energy into your month. It can also be a new discovery as well, right? But it also brings a little bit of luck. So you do have a little bit of luck in your reading here. And it is, like I said, also a yes card. Yes, I can. It instills you with a sense of confidence, but it can also be someone saying yes to you. So very interesting energy, but I do find it very interesting that we've got boom, boom, boom right in the middle of the month. Okay. Probably between those two eclipses, woo, anything goes. Okay, so again, we've got calm and peaceful energy. We've got some healing energy. We're righting some wrongs. We're getting things back on track. Okay, but also we've got some ups and downs, or we've got some things that are beyond our control. All right, so just be very aware of that as we go through the month. Your final message. Ooh, we've got goals. Look at that. And again, Saturn is retrograding out of your sign. It'll be back. Don't worry, it'll be back, okay? Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. Absolutely wonderful. And as Saturn retrogrades back out of your sign, it is possible that you do get some sort of gift or some sort of realization about your goals. Saturn is all about our goals, right? So there could be certainly something really wonderful for you there. And we do have the Gates of Triumph that was your very first card as well. So we're starting your reading that way, and we are finishing your reading with a sense of accomplishment or a sense of positive progress for you. All right. So I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I thank you for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic month. Take care of yourself, protect your energy, and go with the flow. Okay. But be ready for some action as well. Thank you guys. If you did find this reading helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe. I do very much appreciate it. But for now, over and out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.